Hi everyone, welcome back to Nude Wellness. I'm Selena if you're new here. This channel is all about manifesting and the law of assumption. This is the place where we strip away your limiting beliefs. I'm excited to be back. Hopefully the setup is fine. Sound is the most important thing. My voice is still a little bit croaky, husky, as you can tell. I have been sick, but I'm feeling a lot better, which is great. Today's video, we are discussing, notes are over here, things I need you to stop doing on your manifestation journey. So these are common things that I have found my clients doing, which I need everyone who watches my video also to stop doing. So yes, I intend that you find this beneficial. As always, my disclaimer, your reality, your rules, anything I say, these are just my assumptions of how the law of assumption functions in my reality. Take what resonates, discard what doesn't, you're in charge. Okay, before I jump into it, coaching, I am loving particularly my offer of the 30-day WhatsApp coaching. I think it's a fabulous offer to be able to connect with you on a daily basis and to really kind of dive deep into how you're thinking is just, yeah, it's amazing. I am loving the results my clients are getting and I'm just really enjoying it as well. I also don't take any more than like a classroom full of people on at one time, so I can provide that service and support that I think is really needed. Details, description, if you want to jump in and get started, but let's get started with this video. So the first thing is I need you to stop thinking / affirming, because essentially affirmations are just thoughts, right? So stop affirming that it's not working, okay? Please stop affirming that it's not working. Stop looking at the 3D for validation and trying to check if what you're doing is working. It is working, I promise you. Just because you can't see movement in the 3D doesn't mean there isn't any movement, okay? Get into the habit of thinking that if I can't see movement, that means that there is 10 times more movement behind the scenes, okay? That needs to be your default thinking. It's working. Stop doubting your power. Trust me, it's working. You're going to make this a lengthy and bumpy process every time you're like, oh, it's not working. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I need to do something else. It's working, okay? All right, second thing, being married to the 3D. Okay, so I understand that there are circumstances that can be challenging, frustrating. Have your moment, get upset. It's okay, but you need to understand that 3D is dead, okay? You're the creator. You can change this. I promise you. This will change. But the thing is, every time you say your affirmations, the catch is, I guess, every time you say your affirmations, you're on your manifestation game, doing your visualizations, inner conversations, whatever it is, rather than looking at the 3D and trying to affirm change and keep focusing on the 3D, you need to be saying your affirmations and focusing on that ideal version, on that new version of yourself, the new version of that reality. Okay, that new version of that person, that new version of that situation. We are shifting realities when you are saying your affirmations, when you're focusing on that new story. We're not saying our affirmations to change this and looking at the 3D to see if it has conformed yet. It's no. We are shifting. We're looking over here. We're focusing on the 4D, okay? The version and reality of you who has all the money, who is able to pay all their bills, that exists, that's created. You may currently be in a reality where you're experiencing, you're struggling to pay bills, but over here in this version and in this reality where you have this abundance of money, this version of you who can't pay money doesn't exist over here, okay? We don't need to make this wrong. We don't need to try and change this. We just need to drop our focus on it as much as possible and shift over here and be focusing on this. So say your affirmations, but stop looking at the 3D. Detach from this. We don't care about this. We're over here living our best life in the 4D, okay? That's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to be reminding yourself. So stop being married to the 3D. I don't care what is happening, okay? Have your moment, take a deep breath. But every time that you are believing what is happening here, you're forgetting who you are. And that's my next point. Stop forgetting who you are and stop forgetting how powerful you are, because you're in charge here. You're the creator here. I promise you are, okay? If you've tested the law enough, you'll realize that it's all coming from you. It is all coming from you. Start having a long list of all the manifestations that you've been able to kind of have in your 3D for it to come into fruition. You'll start to believe in your power more. Get into the habit of testing the law to build your confidence. You're in charge here. We want to get you into this state, into the God state, as much as possible throughout the day. Every time you start thinking unwanted thoughts, you start thinking the old story, you've essentially taken your crown off, taken your creator hat off, and you've slipped into victim state. Every time you believe the 3D, you're essentially taking that crown off, giving it to the 3D and going, you know what? I'm not powerful anymore. You have it. I'm done. I'm the victim here. I'm just going to wallow in my circumstances. I'm just going to get upset. And I get it. I'm just teasing here. I understand things can be triggering, but that's pretty much what you're doing. Oh, poor me. Helpless me. I can't change anything. Woe is me. The world is crap. That's what you're doing every time you're believing what is happening out here. This is finished. This is created. This is dead. Okay? We don't need to be trying to change the mirror. Just focus on the new reality, on the new version of you. That's all you need to be doing. Okay? You're powerful, I promise you. So a little thing that I put on my community tab was, if I start thinking unwanted negative thoughts, then I know I've slipped into victim state. So rather than trying to flip every single thought, I identify what state I'm in. Okay, I'm in victim state at the moment. It's not feeling good. I'm in this fearful, icky state. And all these thoughts are coming at me and my self-concept's pretty crap at the moment. Okay, what do I need to do? The second step is I need to zoom out, take a deep breath, and remind myself that I'm God and I'm the creator and I'm the powerful one. How do I do that? I start saying to myself, I'm the creator here. I know how manifestation works. I don't need to be fearful. Everything works in my favor. I always get what I want. Okay, I'm an extension of God. I'm source, I'm universe, whatever you identify with. I'm the only one thinking here. Everything conforms to me. Start saying things like that. Start reminding yourself of your power. I am. Okay? You are the I am. It all comes from you. Once you are feeling good, once you feel you've kind of shifted, you'll feel it in your body. The thoughts will have stopped because you'll have shifted states. And once you've kind of hyped yourself up, or at least come back to a stable, neutral space, then start saying your affirmations. So number 1, identify what state you're in. Number 2, remind yourself of how powerful you are. And number 3, then get into your affirmations or whatever your manifestation game is. For me, it's affirmations and inner conversations. And that will allow you to shift your state and remind yourself that you are in charge. Please stop being scared that it won't manifest because X amount of time has passed. Just because 6 months have passed, a year, 2 years, however long it's been, 5 weeks, whatever long is to you that you feel you have been working on your manifestation, doesn't mean it has failed, doesn't mean you're not going to get it, okay? You can never fail because why? You're the creator. It's coming from you. There could be a whole host of reasons as to why this manifestation hasn't fully conformed into your reality. People, circumstances show up because of a combination of our assumptions. For example, with your SP, they're going to show up based on the assumptions you have of them, the assumptions you have on relationships and love in general, and you in relationships, and how you kind of go about the manifestation journey, your assumptions about manifestation. So if you're like, oh yeah, he's really stubborn, she's really stubborn. Yeah, this manifestation thing, like, I'm not too sure if I'm doing it right. Yeah, love is really hard. It's really hard to find the right guy, like all these different assumptions could be the reason why this thing hasn't fully popped up into your reality, okay? I like to say to clients that if I were to be able to get a printout of every single thought you've had in the past 2 years or however long you're saying that you've been manifesting this person or this circumstance, how much of that printout will be the new and wanted story? Because we dominantly want to be focusing on that ideal version, on that new reality. And how much of that printout, your printout of your brain and your thoughts, is the old story and you doubting yourself and dwelling in the unwanted? Like, honestly, be serious with yourself and really be honest with yourself. How much? Because probably a lot more with the old story and you doubting yourself than the new story. You may have wanted this thing for 2 years or a year or 6 months, but that doesn't mean that you have actually been doing it correctly and been actually focusing for 2 years on the manifestation, because it doesn't have to take long. I promise you, it doesn't have to take long. And the last thing that I want to speak about before this gets too long, this video, stop confusing yourself with way too many techniques. Honestly, You don't need to be doing 10 different things because techniques don't manifest, you manifest. You're in charge here, remember? You're God. So, like I've said, for me, affirmations, inner conversations, and I might revise before I go to bed. That's literally all I do. That's literally all I do. If I'm bored, I might write out my manifestations by scripting, but majority of the time I'm saying my affirmations, maybe 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, having inner conversations. When you're having inner conversations, like you're having a conversation either with yourself, with someone else, or you're talking to that thing or that person that you're manifesting. So say if you're manifesting money, you can be talking to money like it's a person. I know you love being in my bank account. I know you love spending time with me. Or you're saying to a friend, or even you're saying to yourself, like, yeah, I've always had heaps of money. Inner conversations are like affirmations, but it's in a conversational tone, and you may even hear someone else talking back. For me, I don't really. It's mainly just me talking at someone, or me talking at myself, or talking at the situation. So I'll say my affirmations, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, have inner conversations in my mind, just like you would. We've all had the experience where you're arguing with someone in your head. Yeah, don't argue with them. Just start telling them what you want. That's inner conversations. And then simply before bed, right before I go to sleep, I just go, oh my goodness, today was an epic day. This happened, this happened, this happened. And then I just fall asleep and it's done. And I do that every single night. That's all I do. So don't confuse yourself with way too many techniques. Oh, and the main thing being, I remind myself that I am in charge. So I'm aware of my thoughts, okay? I'm making sure that my mental diet is like creme de la creme. And by doing that, when I notice, like I've said, if I start slipping, it's because I have slipped out of the God state. The God state is where it's at. So don't confuse yourself with too many techniques because you're the one who's manifesting. Because before you consciously knew how to manifest, it was pretty much mental diet that you were using to manifest. You were just thinking the same thoughts over and over again. And that's how you manifested. Simple as that. Before you knew any of these techniques, before you knew about revision, before you knew about affirmations, visualizations, you just were having conversations in your head or thinking thoughts over and over again. And that's what you were doing, mental diet. So these are the things that I need you to stop doing. Please stop doing them because, you're wasting your time and your energy when you can be focusing on this new version of you, this new version of this situation, this new reality. Is way more fun there. Like I said, coaching, Instagram, all that jazz. Details are in the description below. Your reality, your rules. Go have a beautiful day. Enjoy yourself. And I will speak to you sometime again this week. Okay, bye.